Single dad saw a little girl crying at the bus stop when he walked her home. He couldn't believe. The drizzle hadn't let up since morning. Gray clouds hung low over the small town, and the streets glistened with the reflection of neon signs and street lamps flickering awake too early for the afternoon. Ethan Carter tightened the strap of his worn backpack, balancing a grocery bag in the other hand. He had just finished his second shift of the week, and all he could think about was getting home to his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, and reheating last night's spaghetti. Life was busy, messy, and never quite enough, but it was theirs. As he crossed near the old bus stop by Maple Street, something stopped him cold. A little girl sat alone on the bench, knees pulled tight against her chest. Her hair, damp from the misty rain, clung to her cheeks. But it wasn't just the image of her sitting there that struck Ethan, it was the sound. She was crying. Soft, muffled sobs, the kind kids try to hide but can never really disguise. Ethan slowed his pace. The world went quiet around him. He knew that sound too well. He'd heard it from Lily, the lonely kind of cry when a child feels lost. He hesitated. Approaching a stranger's child could raise eyebrows, but walking away wasn't an option his heart would allow. He crouched a few steps away, lowering his voice. "Hey, kiddo, you okay?" The girl sniffled and looked up. Big brown eyes, red-rimmed from tears, blinked at him. For a moment, she didn't answer. She just clutched a small pink backpack to her chest. I missed my bus," she finally whispered. Ethan glanced up the street. No buses were coming, and the stop was deserted. "Where do you live? Maybe I can help you get home." The girl shook her head quickly. "Mom says not to talk to strangers." Ethan smiled faintly. "Smart mom. That's good advice. Tell you what, I'm a dad. My little girl's about your age. I can wait here with you until your mom comes, or maybe we can call her together." The girl hesitated, biting her lip, then nodded. Her phone died. "I tried." She pulled a tiny phone from her pocket, its screen cracked, lifeless. Ethan's chest tightened. "Okay. What's your name?" "Emma." He sat on the edge of the bench, keeping a respectful distance. "Hi, Emma. I'm Ethan. Why don't we figure this out together?" Minutes stretched, and Ethan finally offered gently, "If you can tell me your address, I can walk you home. Just to make sure you're safe." Emma's shoulders slumped, and she whispered the street name. It wasn't far, only a few blocks away, but in the opposite direction of Ethan's home. "All right. Let's get you home," he said. As they walked, Ethan noticed little things: the way Emma kept glancing over her shoulder, the nervous way she hugged her backpack tighter, like it held something more precious than books. By the time they reached her street, Ethan's stomach twisted. The houses grew smaller, paint peeling, curtains drawn tight. Something about the silence felt heavy. Emma pointed at a weathered 2-story house with a sagging porch. That's my home." But before Ethan could step closer, the front door creaked open. A woman appeared, thin and pale, her eyes tired but alert. When she saw Emma, she gasped, rushing forward to pull the girl into her arms. Relief spilled from her face, followed almost immediately by suspicion as she looked at Ethan. "Who are you?" she demanded, clutching Emma. Ethan lifted his hand slightly. "Just a neighbor passing by." She was alone at the bus stop. "I wanted to make sure she got home safe." The woman's eyes softened with guilt. "Thank you, you don't know how much this means. Things have been hard lately." Ethan nodded, about to leave, when something caught his eye. Through the cracked doorway, inside the dim house, he glimpsed two more small faces peering out. Younger children, twins, may be watching silently, their eyes wide and hungry. Something in Ethan's chest shifted. This wasn't just about one lost child at a bus stop. This family was drowning. And he couldn't unsee it.